Hey, what's up? I got one question for you. You down with BHP? The North Trail 29 BHP, that is. Hi, everybody. My name is Josh RV Nerd here with Bish's RV. This is a carpetless family bunk model right here. What I like about this layout in particular, though, is this feels like one of those layouts that you can use when you have little kids. You can use when you have big kids, or say like the teenage kids who maybe they're only going to be camping with you for a couple more years, and you don't want to have to deal with hide-a-beds and U-dinettes and sleeper sofas and stuff like that right now, but you also don't want to have to buy another camper in a couple years once the kids leave the house or grow up or get jobs or do their own thing. There comes a point where the kids don't hang out with mom and dad near as much. This floor plan, the reason I like it is the bunks don't really eat up the camper a whole lot. You still have good direct facing entertainment. Like it's from the bunks forward, it's an awesome couples layout, and there's just a bathroom beside the bunks, so you don't feel like you're necessarily wasting the space. Now, at about 6,350 pounds, give or take a little bit, and with a wide stance axle system, this is a floor plan, the way they've accomplished this, that is open to the potential of half-ton towability, where maybe some don't. I've seen this floor plan up to 8,300 pounds on a non-lightweight model before. Now, every half-ton has different capacities. Every person towing has different comfort levels and experience. So I don't like to make blanket statements. If you got a half-ton, you can tow this. Maybe, maybe not. It just depends. I'm saying that there's more of an opportunity here. There's some interesting qualities, like it's got the wide stance axles, a true king bed that residential feet will fit on there, a thicker set of sidewalls with Azdel, which is cool. There's also some things like they've made sure they had a good bulky floor construction that isn't going to develop soft spots over time. And it's funny. All the tens of thousands of RVs I've seen now and gone through, you see where they each take little bits of inspiration from one another. But I love how they all have those, 3 or 4 or 5 unique kind of qualities. You notice how that sofa looks a little funky monkey. We're going to come back to that. We're going to cover that. Blackout roller shades are a newer addition to the North Trail lineup. I think a lot of people will prefer those over the pleated night shades. Being fair, as I try to do, slide side windows don't open for airflow. Not my favorite thing, but it is what it is. One of my favorite things, though, speaking of favorite things, for real, how many times have you heard me say, oh, I don't like the pedestal legs on most dinettes. I would take them out and I'd put a set of free floating folding legs on that dinette. Well, look what North Trail's doing, baby. They are using the free floating folding leg table. Is it flashy? Is it fancy? No. It's old-fashioned, frankly, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with something just because it's existed for a long time. You don't always need to reinvent the wheel. It's a Dinofa. It's a fort. And it's an easy way to finish a game of Monopoly. You cheated! But here's what's cool. Despite the fact that it's super mobile and lightweight, because it brackets to the wall, it's also incredibly stable. You can push yourself down on it if you need to stand up. I'm telling you, I personally feel that is the best, smartest way to accomplish a booth dinette. I love it. I love it personally. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you disagree. And that's cool. We've got all kinds of different campers. I like that better than those big, heavy, expensive elliptical bases. It works for me. It works for me in a way that most others don't. You might have noticed this is carpetless. This is ventless. And I love the look, the shape of that kitchen. This is a floor plan that very often has trash for countertop space. And they solved that here. And what's really interesting is when they solved the countertop space problem, they also added more storage in the bedroom. Now, speaking of storage, we're going to get to all that. But first of all, staring you in the face, straight across from the TV, is a 50-inch Jumbotron over here. And I want to make a little housekeeping note. Normally down here, you would have yourself an electric space heat and fireplace. Apparently, they're just in a little bit of shortage right now, so they have cabinets here. However, like if you're curious, you want to like go to IKEA or something like that, they left the space here and they left the power outlet so that you could plug one of those in. So right now we're getting a little bit of bonus storage, but under normal circumstances, I don't think you're going to find this one is really hurting for storage space. Because right by the door, we have ourselves a literal walk-in clantry, closet pantry combo right here, which is being overseen, by the way, by the American Drunken Octopus Fight Club of America, as you see right there. You've got one of those on both sides, actually. Dueling Octopi Fight Clubs, as it were. But the fact that they didn't make these cabinets and these shelves so deep that you have to reach in so far that it looks like you're giving an elephant an enema, to me, is a nice little touch. This is a cool little thing North Trail does. Little mini storage pocket right there. Just a handy-dandy little thing. And the fact is, since most people aren't aware of something like that, when you tuck it away, it's a weirdly good place to keep valuable stuff. Although, obviously, you want to make sure, you know, the kids don't get in and out of there. It's just an idea. Again, I'm not saying that's going to work for everybody. It's not intended to be like a safe by any stretch. Just one of those thoughts that I had. 12-volt compressor fridge standard like we're looking at over here. You can get an 8 cubic foot gas electric two-way optionally. Although the 12-volt is larger, faster cooling. The gas electric two-way on propane mode, though, still the king of boondocking in terms of energy consumption, or lack thereof. Anyway, all the cabinetry is pocket-screwed lumber core with a sticker wrap, hidden hinges. And notice how there's this interesting sort of little bump out right here. That's the closet in the bedroom we're going to take a look at. But because they built that there and they wrapped this around, we have more countertop space here, and I like that little appliance corner in the back. That is handy thing. What I'm wondering, though, I'm wondering how travel-friendly that is, especially those drawers. I think we might lose those drawers in transit, but before it's all said and done, I will close everything down for road mode. Now, North Trail does this a lot. They've got stuff back here. I feel like in a lot of their floor plans, they could have shoved those dividers back a little more, given us a little bit bigger, say, like wastebasket space or something like that. Now, over here, under the dinette, it's not drawers, but at least they gave us doors so we don't got to tear everything apart to get to the storage. Now, up front here, we have a sliding privacy door. I've left that just kind of peeking at us a little bit right there. Up front, we've got household USB outlets on the bed sides. And again, I'm going to be fair. I'm not going to call this a walk-around bed. It's a north-south bed, but their pass-through compartment extends so far inside here, you are crawling into it, and you are crawling out of it, which is good because they have an extra aggressive and extra deep overhead cabinet, which, if you sat straight up in the bed, will be a head knocker. But, as a result, we're gaining this big chunk of storage back here, too, that most campers don't have. And again, being fair, I don't really know what good this pocket is. I kind of wish it was just another door. It is a shelf, by the way. I don't like open storage. Open storage just feels like stuff's going to fall out. Now, the mattress, by the way, let me actually show you something here. So, the mattress in the bed deck is queen sized. So, if you want to put a queen in this, you can. I didn't realize the mattress was kind of slid over. If I center it up, here is kind of what it's going to look like. Like I said, you're kind of crawling into the bed. You're not walking around the bed. Just being fair. Down below, we have ourselves the little shoe garage. Now, above that, there's also a storage chest. It doesn't have struts, but it's such a small flap. It's not hard to, like, lift the mattress up and then use the actual wooden flap to, like, act like a support for the mattress. Let me see if I can get that to drop back down there. I can't. We're gonna have to do this with maximum effort in real time here. Bending around the corner. This is that actual, or additional, rather, closet in the bedroom space over here. One thing I will tell you, I found this out on accident. I didn't realize because I had already peeked that little bedroom sliding panel door. If the bedroom slider panel is all the way shut, it kind of blocks that little dresser-ish corner a little bit, but you can always get to the closet. Once again, just giving you that, oop, okay, we finally got the bed platform to fall down. Giving you that extra information so you have the best, most informed view of one of these before you go spending your money. That's my goal. I know I say some stupid stuff, and that's mostly just to keep myself entertained and engaged. My goal is to try to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting for your money. Now, obviously, we've got a direct-facing entertainment center over here. And if you're at the dinette, you have a direct-facing entertainment center. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, if you are taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, well, you never have to miss a moment of the Great British Baking Challenge. Like I said, sometimes I'm just entertaining myself over here. Anyway, I said we'd come back to this sofa. This is what I am calling the Swiss Army sofa because it does a little bit of everything. You want to kick up your feet? Boom. Gotta sleep a big dog? Boom. Gotta sleep an even bigger dog? Boom. Don't care about all that because it's a bunkhouse and has enough sleeping. Just want it for storage? Boom. And we've already seen it in Dinofa mode. Like I said, Swiss Army sofa. Now what I'd love to know is anyone who actually owns a North Trail with a sofa like this, how do you like it? Because I've never actually used it. You know, I like it conceptually, but that doesn't mean it's actually comfortable or functional in real application. So I'd really like some real world feedback there. Now, double corner big bunks, that's pretty normal stuff, you know. If we get up here around the corner, something that's easy to miss, look at the bottom of the light, and you can see that there are USB plugs, well, a USB plug built into the bottom of each light for each bunk. What I was not able to locate, weirdly, was any sort of sticker that said, hey, here's how much the bunks are rated for. So, I don't know. I would be shocked to discover they're anything less than 300 pounds. But again, I don't see the sticker. Maybe it's on Heartland's website. I haven't checked that out. Legroom here. Not terrible. Not terrible. I've seen worse, you know. The bathroom arrangement here, it's a little bit long because it kind of goes down as far as the bunks do. Obviously, you have a privacy shade for the window there. Headroom in the shower, because it is vaulted, not too bad. And they put the shower head on the inside of the vault where it's a little bit taller. I like that. But remember I said, I don't like open storage pockets. I guess it's probably okay for towels and stuff. I really prefer doors over things. And by the way, speaking of preferences, if you're like, I really prefer a porcelain toilet, that is just a small, easy thing for us to accomplish. Now let's take a look at road mode. I know for, well, you know, I don't want to say I know for a fact because I haven't closed the slide. Let's close the slide. Let's find out together, shall we? Wow, it is crazy the difference it makes when slides are open and closed. Okay, so first of all, while I'm standing right here, you walk in the door, just in case you're wondering, oh, I think I accidentally just discovered something. Okay, if you want bathroom access in transit, you're going to have to leave the door open, and then you could maybe wrap like a bungee cord so that it hooks on the two door handles and stays right here. And if it bumps anything, it's just bumping the padded area in the bunk. So that should be okay. If you don't like that, you could always like lay an extra towel or something right there to help pad that, or stuff, I don't know, a little piece of foam or something behind it. Anyway, working our way forward here. We can get to the fridge. We can get to the sink. I think that qualifies as snack-tastic. Oh, I hate that I just did this. Speaking of which, I skipped breakfast this morning because I was just tired, and when I'm tired, I don't feel like eating. And then once I started waking up, I immediately got hungry, so pardon my granola bar. One of the things I was wondering earlier, yeah, we're pretty much losing those. We've effectively, I think, lost the bedroom. It is pretty wide right there, though. If it was some kind of weird emergency, or if this camper is parked in a storage lot, and you're just trying to get it packed up before you leave, you could sit your backside right there and do the posterior pivot and then put your legs down on the other side, and somebody could hand you bags up through this area. Then you do the reverse posterior pivot and get yourself back here. It's not ideal, but it could work. But it could work. I am such a child. I am so sorry. I say all the time my wife has 2 kids. We have our 11-year-old daughter, and then she has me. Till death do us part. All right up front, let's take a look inside that giant baggage compartment. That thing is huge. It is one of the biggest I've seen. The Coachman Freedom Express was the first lightweight that really came with a large front compartment. And this has taken it to another level. Now, there's lights on both sides. I just simply forgot to turn on the light on the other side. The little black box up by the ceiling, by the way, is the prep point for a tire pressure monitoring system. Now, you notice how you don't see any raw construction in here. Above us is the front king bed. That is also a laminated, insulated bed deck, so that you have more even temperatures. Like, you don't end up, you know, freezing or sweating in your bedroom because the bed's bleeding heat from under you, basically. That is a very easy thing to miss, and that is potentially a very big factor in how much you enjoy or do not enjoy camping in your RV for a weekend. Now, this looks like a small awning. I don't really think it is, because it's a fairly long trailer. There's a chunk of it up front here that doesn't have awning coverage. I do like how they really kind of focused that, though, and did encompass the camp kitchen. I think that's a good call right there. Wide stance stability axles are going to do a nice job of reducing and helping control bounce, wiggle, sway, and jiggle, in that order, mind you. That is not a replacement for a proper weight distributing anti-sway 1-2 punch combo. It's an awesome supplement to something like that, though. Camp kitchen over here. A lot of the North Trails, like your smaller ones, they'll just have a little 2-burner stovetop in the camp kitchen. I have not figured out the rhyme or reason as to why some of them do this with a grill on the bumper, and some of them put a stovetop where you have that countertop extension. I definitely prefer this, because I get that extra counter space. This is something I really like. And it's weird. Sometimes they have the refrigerator on the right side. Sometimes they have it on the left. They're doing the exact same thing, but they're doing it weirdly inconsistently. And I haven't quite figured that out. Now, this is unrelated, but man, Bullet Premier has always had a look. Look at that thing peeking around the corner like, can I be in your video, Josh? The roof of these, by the way, is totally walkable. I just don't believe they are set up for ladders. I need to verify that. Weirdly, I haven't had the chance to find that out yet. So if that's something you're curious about, leave me a little note that says, hey, did you ever get clarity on the ladder? And I'll see by then if I had. I'm also noticing something else up here. Hold on. So this camper has a 12-volt fridge, right? Well, I looked up here, and I noticed it has a roof vent for a 2-way fridge. I've seen a couple manufacturers do something like that. At a glance, it's a little bit of a head scratcher. It doesn't have to be there on this camper, but remember, you do have an option for a gas electric 2-way fridge. So effectively, they have standardized the build so that going down the production line, they can just pop in the fridge and not have to worry about, oops, did we forget to cut the roof vent or not? So I get why they did it. I kind of wish they didn't do it that way, but it's really not hurting anything either. It does mean that there's one more seal point that you need to maintain on the roof, but I don't know. It's not a deal breaker to me. Is that the reason you wouldn't buy the camper? Leave me a note. Let me know. I don't think it'd stop me.
And finally, like a cow getting down here on the other side, we have ourselves an enclosed forced air heated belly. I've been told North Trail has tested down to 0 degrees. Which I suppose is the definition of what most people call a 4 seasons camper. In the past, North Trail was very good about enclosing their gate valves up in the underbelly. I've noticed a lot of their more recent floor plans, it's kind of hit and miss. So that's a factor to consider when you're cold camping. But one of the things I really respect about North Trail is the rep wasn't trying to push like just false rhetoric or cute sounding phrases on me. He says, we've tested it to 0. Nothing froze on the inside. The tanks didn't freeze or anything like that. We still don't like to call it 4 seasons because like 4 seasons in Michigan, 4 seasons in Florida, they're not the same 4 seasons. And we just don't want people to get the wrong idea. And I was like, yes, thank you. Somebody gets it. Now, this is a floor plan that's been done a lot in the industry. The original credit for a layout like this actually goes way back to the first 2 years of the Palomino Sabre when they were making travel trailers. They were the first ones to do something like this. But if in the more modern era, it is truly the Grand Design Imagine 2800 that has been, that's really what inspired this and so many other things like it. But
That's why I like to cover all these different variations of the same floor plan. You can see how each one has the little minutia factors that might work a little bit better for you. So if you'd like to compare a couple things, check the links in the video description, and I'll also leave one there for you for pricing and availability. You can see where in our entire Bish's nationwide system we have one of these parked and what we're asking for it. You never have to call, you don't have to give us a blood sample, social security number, and we certainly don't need your grandmother's maiden name. I don't know my grandmother's maiden name. I feel like I should. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Sorry. Wow. Okay, squirrel. I'm going to wrap this up before I get off track again. Best wishes from Bish's, everybody. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.